The opinions you hear are that of the host and callers and do not necessarily reflect the opinion of 102.5 The Bone.
Are you ready? All right, everybody.
Pay attention.
It starts here.
Now that we're all prepared, let's start the show.
Get ready for Miggs and Swig. Don Miggs, Ben Swig, JoJo, Lisa, and JJ. From music to marriage, from politics to parenting, from dating to deep thoughts of sports. This is one show you don't want to miss. Miggs and Swig. Life out loud.
Let's get the show on the road.
Well, you do not want to miss this show today. Thank you for being here with us on a Sunday morning, taking you home from church, to brunch, from breakfast,
to football.
Look,
You know what's funny?
from a shameful night.
I think that was the first time. I don't know if you guys had your cans on yet, but I think that was
I
the
always
first
have
time.
my cans
I
on
know
me.
you do. Very little ones.
Thank you, JoJo.
Earbuds.
It's true.
Earbuds. But there was a disclaimer.
Yes, there was.
I don't know if we had done something wrong last week or Jamie just forgot to usually do
pretty
that.
sure that was me. I had to red button it last week.
What's the deal? Did we get in trouble?
No, there's always been a disclaimer there. Just it was in the wrong spot. I actually moved it to the right spot this week. So
Oh,
We're
okay.
so proud of you, Jamie.
Yeah.
All right.
Jamie's showing up. It's only been 2 months now.
yeah,
All
2
right.
months. I finally stopped being lazy.
All right. No, so it had nothing to do with JoJo's censoring last week. They didn't call you in for a meeting.
Yay.
Okay.
Well, he's not lazy with that censoring button.
All
We
right.
know
They
that.
barely know I'm here.
Okay, good. They don't know we're here either, so.
Hey, you know what? What's really exciting is that the cleanse continues for me. If you were listening last week, I started doing this cleanse with my wife, Lisa, and
That would be me.
I'm down 5 pounds.
I don't know
That's
what I'm
'cause
down.
When you don't eat things, that's what happens.
It does, yes.
And it sucks because I'm on tour, and we were in St. Louis the last couple of nights, and they treat us really well there. There's some really great food.
Missouri?
In Missouri, yeah. They have what is it? They have a smoker out back in this,
Oh,
this
best.
place
The
that they
best ribs
just
there.
basically use for the talent that's coming in, and then also me.
Talent?
Yeah.
Speaking of ribs, speaking of ribs really quick, have you guys had Four Rivers?
Yes.
No idea what
Yes.
that even means.
I mean,
The mac and cheese.
How
How does
look,
my wife
good.
know
we
what
don't
it is
have
and
a
I don't?
we don't have a
You ate it.
restaurant. We don't have a restaurant sponsor yet. So
You picked it up with Jake
Four Rivers-
Greetings, by the way.
Oh, that's for
my brother comes to town for Thanksgiving and he says, "Can we eat at Four Rivers?" And I said, "Four Rivers? I don't even know what that is." And he says it has been voted the top 5 barbecue places in the country, and it's
Yeah.
in our backyard. And I had never heard of it.
They have Krispy Kreme bread pudding.
And by the way,
And
that thing
what?
came up
It's
in an hour.
amazing.
Oh yeah,
There was
And-
no building there, and then all of a sudden, like
Now it's-
literally,
yeah.
I went out to get,
Milk?
right by your house. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
I went out to find a grocery store because I couldn't,
Because you didn't know where one was.
and
And
there
it popped
was.
up. Yeah, it's on McDill and Swan. And they had one up in North Tampa, and during Thanksgiving we went up there and to get it. And I'm telling you what, it's unbelievable.
It's good.
But that's
we
not on
eat
my-
it 3
that's-
times a week.
That's
Do
not
you?
on my
Invite us
cleanse.
over the
Come
next
on
time
over
you
for
get
some
it.
BBQ.
Lisa, can I
love
get
it.
that on my
Side
cleanse?
note.
No,
side
you
note.
could have plain grilled chicken.
All right, so
Yeah,
here's
boring.
I'm eating so cleanly that like
We are.
Yeah, but
by
I'm
the
talking
way.
about me right now.
What do
And-
you
and
mean we, white boy?
I'm on the road, which is tough to do. I'm doing shakes twice a day. I have a bag full of almonds, cashews, which I've never eaten cashews before.
I love
and I do
cashews.
like them. Apples. What else am I eating? Vegetables if I can.
Veggies
I don't know.
Sounds so much
almond
But
milk.
everybody else, so like when you're on the road, we go to these places. Everyone's eating all this food, and I'm like, I'll just have the chicken broth, please.
Ugh.
It's eggs. These egg things they're all doing. I'm not doing any of that. But I'm down 5 pounds, and I feel great.
And how was the performance? Any better?
Great. I couldn't be.
You have
any
the
better.
energy.
I have the energy. Nope. Come on. I have all the energy I need.
All right.
He does
so-
his jumping.
does.
So cashews are great.
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
I have a couple kids that are cashews.
Yes,
They're,
you
they're
do.
half Catholic, half Jewish. We call them cashews.
Oh my god.
Have you had cashew butter?
Yes.
Delicious.
Delicious.
I put it in his smoothie this morning.
We are not sponsored by a cashew butter
God bless you.
company. Hey, but the reason why I brought that up is because Beowulf, our producer, sent me this thing on new dietary guidelines, and that lean meat is okay, but cut the added sugar. Did anyone actually need to read that to know that that was true?
But
No.
no.
how
no
many
one?
times? I mean, dietary advice or changes or whatever. I mean, it comes out. It changes monthly.
What happened to the food pyramid?
Right.
What happened?
There's a new food pyramid.
Well,
What
why?
is it?
Why? It was working just fine.
For who? You look at America, where the fattest people go, which is nothing wrong with that.
Not
New
40 and
food
50
pyramid
years
here.
ago.
And watch the movie Food Inc. and you'll see about the validity of the food
Food
yeah.
pyramid?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
There is
I was
no
looking at it
validity.
the other day. I'm like, yeah, a little bit. Everything in moderation.
What I don't care. By the way, I'm not doing this cleanse for anyone but me. I do not care what. Someone asked me last week, hey, you mentioned something about people being overweight. Do you have a problem with that? I don't care what weight you are. I think everybody's beautiful. I love people
Except
in
me.
all shapes and sizes, except you.
Yeah.
And I like, for my women, I like a little meat on the bone. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
But-
you.
But I do think it's a matter of health. So
Yes.
the cleanse and looking at the dietary things, people do whatever you want. Again, be big if you want. Don't be a sloppy, lazy person who's going to be dead by 40.
I agree. And the older that I get,
I'm
as
going to
a-
eat this apple while you say that.
as a did you take your teeth out? You're not wearing your teeth anymore?
Go on.
But the older that I get as a female, because it's everywhere to be this perfect.
And you are a female.
as far as I
Most
know.
of the time.
Allegedly.
At least in a body. The mind might not be nuts.
Well,
but
that's
female.
true. My mind is
Yeah.
male. But
Like my wife.
I am becoming more and more comfortable knowing that I look like a woman. And
Oh, you do,
I
baby.
feel it. I mean, I have curves and I have meat on my bones, but I work out. I don't deprive myself of
Tell me more.
anything, really, everything in moderation. And I'm trying to do that more and more, which is part of my New Year's resolution. Is,
On the
you
Miggs
know,
and Swig show. Go
here
on.
on 102.5 The Bone, at Miggs and Swig, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Go on.
But I think it's a maturity thing, and I think taking responsibility for yourself, like you said, and being healthy. It doesn't matter necessarily what your weight is.
There was a woman last night that was not small.
Okay.
She wasn't big. She wasn't small. She did the very best she could, and she was sexy enough, and she was flirtatious. She had all that stuff going on. She got a little overboard with Michael when she said to him that
Michael, your bass player.
our bass player, something about. Oh no, sorry, this was to John.
Your guitar player.
John, our guitar player, he's a really good looking guy. If you go
Your whole band is good looking.
go to
Everybody is.
Miggs.com or MiggsMusic.com. You'll see like John is a good looking kid, but this woman who is definitely in her 40s is like, I'm Italian too. Just says this to him. She comes over, she's drinking, I'm Italian too. And I need you to look at me because I'm
Jamie.
making sure, Jamie, I'm not going to say anything. But she mentioned her buttock.
Sphincter.
Don't anyone say a word. No one say
His
a word.
hand is on
no
that
one
button.
say a word. I'm looking at you. So she mentions that part of her body.
Yeah.
All right. And what she says to him is talking about, you know, this new fad, like people like to laser their body. Well, she lasers her.
You mean
entire-
hair removal?
Isn't that called a Brazilian?
I don't want any of you speaking because you're going to get us in trouble.
Isn't it called a
No!
Brazilian wax?
It's
Yes.
hair removal.
Turn Ben right off. This is you and me.
Oh my God.
I'll
So-
turn myself on.
I'm afraid of him. Do this. So she says that she does laser removal everywhere. She's telling John this.
Hair removal. Please be
All right,
specific
hair
for our
removal.
listeners.
And then says that she bleaches everywhere. And he's welcome to see, and she is very fond of that part of her body. She met the guy 36 seconds, I might have just spit, as he got off stage and is telling him this. And he's looking at her and he's laughing, and she's saying the craziest stuff. But she did the back to the body. She did the best. Her body. She looked good. She was sexy.
took care of it, obviously.
And
Yeah.
she owned it.
Who
Well-
opens with "I bleached that part of me"?
She didn't
A
open
gay
with
man.
it.
A gay man
Yeah,
does.
Not I.
She didn't.
Anyways,
She didn't open
it's your
with it.
Sunday morning. You have listened to the Miggs and Swig show here on 102.5 The Bone. If you take care of your body in all the right places and want to talk about it or talk about anything,
Does it hurt?
1-800-771-1025 is the phone number. Again, the Miggs and Swig show here on 102.5 The
Bleaching
Bone.
does not
Ben,
hurt.
do you
I manscape. Just
You
listen.
manscape.
You can look at my profile on miggsandswig.com, and I talk about very proud about manscaping.
I think it's
I
important.
wax.
I do not want hair down there during the summertime or any time here in Florida. It just gets a little sticky.
See, because I like
It's
a little,
interesting.
we actually have to leave
It's
in
in-
the summer
the-
just because I like to, not be so.
The
Like
first
gone
time
natural.
the first time I did it about maybe 15 years ago, I was so nervous about taking a razor to my man parts. So what I did,
Jamie's
was,
hand is right near that buzzer. in case
This is
anything
all
gets
good. This is
crazy.
all good. So what I did before was I took a balloon, and I put shaving cream on the balloon.
I don't.
And I made sure
understand
that
what's going on here.
I took strokes across the edge of the balloon,
So you didn't pop it.
and I made sure that it was okay that it didn't pop. And this is before, 15 years ago they didn't have manscaping razors, which
I
they
have the
now,
Cruiser. I own the
so
Cruiser.
I tested it out before, and I shaved a whole balloon to make sure that I could get around, and I didn't pop the balloon. So I said, okay, I can do it on my. Man part.
So I used to shave. I wax now, but I'm going to tell you, shaving, it grows in coarser and it's itchier and it hurts more when it's growing back in. Would you, for the sake of our listeners, we'll let your wife go in with you and videotape you getting waxed?
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
Whatever.
Nadia,
Wait,
we're gonna take him
they're
to
gonna
get waxed.
wax my chest or my.
You have a
Your
lot of hair
nether.
on that chest.
Your nether regions. I wax mine.
I used to wax.
Hey Ben, you wonder how
I'll do it. I
wonder
don't
how I
care.
practice
I don't
Laser
care.
hair removal.
I
all
took
mine
a
off.
balloon, but I let all the air out
The
because it was
question, though-
saggy because I'm getting old. And then I shaved it.
The question
Oh,
is, will places do that? Because I know a lot of. I think
What, the saggy
think-
thing?
No.
No.
I
Okay,
think if
sorry.
I remember correctly, we tried to do that before, and there were some places that Nadia gets waxed that wouldn't do men.
Well, I will find you one, and I
Right.
don't necessarily mean like all of your
Man parts.
bojangles, but I mean like the top part, maybe
Maybe
your crevice.
around
I'll do it the whole
legs.
thing.
Okay.
I'll do the whole thing.
Wow.
I would love to see your reaction to this.
Okay, but it has to be after. I have to. Are you talking about a couple of weeks of growth, or?
Yeah, you have to let
Yeah,
it
yeah, you
grow.
gotta
it's
let
better
that
to
go.
have a little bit of growth. I know.
All right, we'll do it.
Okay.
Speaking of that whole area, I realized that I may not be more. The older my children get, and the older I get, the more I am losing any sense of being a man because I watched Creed while I was on tour.
The movie Creed.
The movie
So
Creed.
good.
Yeah, I cried.
Yeah, so
I
good.
cried because. Because I'm sort of a wuss and
No.
becoming more and more of a
No,
wuss.
that's
no,
not.
no. I became very emotional too because you and I. mean, you're 65. I'm 43, but we
grew up
grew
on
up
Rocky.
on Rocky. And to me, what was so interesting about it when I first saw the preview, I was like, oh God, they're gonna make another.
was so
they're
good.
gonna just continue to make another bad Rocky movie because three.
He didn't produce this. I mean, direct it either,
right,
which
but
made a
3,
difference.
4, 5 Rockies, whatever. But,
Ben,
remember,
I'm going to have him hit that button. You
Remember-
say anything negative about Rocky.
and I'm just gonna say the last couple Rocky movies were just a
Stop it.
cash checking. Okay, whatever. And my good friend, my friend Antonio Tarver played in the last one. Okay,
Whoa, wait,
but hold on.
Let me get that
Hold on,
name.
hold on,
Let me just
hold on.
Let me pick that name
Let me
up.
just finish here. But we got to remember, Rocky won Best Picture Academy Award.
Because it was amazing.
It was amazing. Okay, and this Creed movie
was great.
was amazing. And so now we have a whole new generation.
Yep.
We're going to see Creed 1, 2, 3, 4.
What year did Rocky 1 come out? Like
I wanna say
75?
79?
79?
What? Jamie?
75.
75. I was right.
Let me tell you this. When
Shocking.
that comes on, when they're training, I swear to God, I say to myself, I could do this. I could be a fighter. I'm like, hey, you're 72. You're not going to be a
You're
fighter.
too cute. I don't want you to get that
I
face
was,
messed up.
I was
no.
really impressed with Creed.
That was great. Great movie.
I have to say. Even after all the hype, I didn't go see it before. I'd read Rotten Tomatoes
Yeah.
and it said 95, 94, whatever, and I was like, oh, come on.
Is it wrong that I
you-
cried?
No.
I got a little emotional, just like I did when Rocky beat the Russian and or Creed died or
Why'd you have to be a Creed
or Mickey died.
Don't you think the music has a lot to do with how you feel in a movie, though?
Yes.
Always. It
Yeah.
always affects the scene. But it was pretty funny because I'm on a bus and I'm with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other guys. I got the 3 bandmates and 2 crew, and I'm sitting there watching on my thing with my headphones, and I'm looking around to make sure everyone's
nobody's
asleep
there.
because I'm like, I'm crying during Creed.
And I don't want to
I'm
give it away.
crying.
I don't want to give it away, but I was really impressed. The reason I liked it the most was the ending. And
Yeah.
and the fight. And I
was
would just
great.
say, like, if you watched it, you know what I'm talking
was
about.
great.
But it wasn't the anti-Hollywood part
Yep,
of it.
they
was
all
amazing.
die.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Speaking of they all die, by the way, I also saw Hateful Eight, and it was tough watching the first 45
Is
minutes.
that the Benghazi movie?
That's the Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino.
Oh.
First
I have it
45
on my,
minutes, I was like, wait a minute.
laptop.
I'm not sure
You
I
can
get
watch it on the
this.
plane.
And then I was sort of sucked in, and it's Tarantino, but there's
Tarantino.
some ridiculous thing, like when they shoot someone's head off, the entire head is gone. But
Is
it's
it like in the
hysterical.
Kill Bill sort of?
Yeah.
But you don't expect
Genre?
anything less from
Samuel
him.
L. Jackson's great. Kurt Russell's great. What's the
Jennifer
girl's name?
Jason Leigh.
Great. And then the people he always has on. They were all great in this thing. Great ensemble, worth seeing.
How do you get these movies?
I can't tell you that.
Torrent?
No.
you're just
No,
because
no,
it's kind
no.
of a big
He
deal.
just
You
knows
probably
Kind
get
of a
them on
big
DVD.
deal. I might know a couple
Someone
people.
slipped us something.
Can you slip me it after you're
I got
done
it.
with
I
I
have
got
them
it.
on my laptop
Perfect.
right
Thank you.
now.
I think
Hey, everybody, you are listening to the Miggs and Swig Show. 1-800-771-1025. You're going to want to call in, probably now. We're going to be doing something in the next segment. I don't know if you're calling for that, but El Chapo interview. We hear he might actually be calling in. He may or may not be. I also do want to talk about my tour a little bit. It's been fun, and it's probably worth 5 seconds of conversation from anybody in this room being interested. All right, you're listening to the Miggs and Swig Show. Back after these words. You are listening to Miggs and Swig. Been doing this song every night on tour. This is a song by Miggs called High Ground.
I love this song.
I'll tell you, it's going over well.
Is it?
Yep, two
What's
people
going
a
over
night.
the best?
Really love it.
What do you think is going over the best?
When we say goodnight. Works really well. People go crazy when we say goodnight. No, it actually,
You're so
the
stupid.
opening stars. We've been also doing live filming on this thing called Facebook Live, I guess. So
I know it sends me an update every time you do it.
it's cool, and I'll tell you, boy, lots of people watch it except JoJo.
I don't know how to do it.
All you do
do
is
I watch
notify-
it?
yeah, and then
you
you
actually just have to like the Miggs music page,
the updates.
and then you get it, and you'll.
I think I like Miggs music.
Yeah. Hey, you know who just
Don.
called?
Yeah.
Pretty crazy, actually. This is drum roll or something. I don't know what we have here. Eddie DeBartolo Jr., owner of the former owner of the 5-time winning
People wish he was still
San
the
Francisco
owner.
49ers, because now they actually couldn't win a game of Go Fish right now.
Against our 6-year-old.
It was nice of him to call because he was enjoying, if you were listening to us in the first segment, talking about manscaping and such. And he had a lot of tips, about what he likes to do.
I think he said he was going to go with Ben when Ben gets waxed, and he was going to do it too.
No, he said that I don't understand how you can do it when you have no.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just
Cojones.
It was very
Cojones.
nice of him to call in, and he actually called, and he's like,
Cojones.
he told Ryan he
You
wanted to
said
speak.
Cojones, that's cool.
He wanted to speak to his daughter, and we're all like, that he's not really on the phone.
I thought it was a
Well, no,
joke.
because we had gotten that caller a couple weeks ago who said he was your dad when you said you had taken ecstasy. And it was a British guy, and all of a
like
sudden,
20 years ago.
Mr. D said he called in. And he was British all of a sudden. But you know, what we do have on the line.
I can't even believe it.
I can't
Let me
believe
tell
it.
you,
Go.
we have who we've had on the show a couple times before. Our very close friend, a friend of the show, and very good connection. And unfortunately, he was captured
From
on
a
Friday.
jail in Mexico.
But calling us from a jail in Mexico, we have El Chapo.
He's not in jail
El Chapo. El Chapo, El Chapo, you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you, El Chapo. How are you doing?
Well, I got caught, and I am not happy about it.
What the hell? How did you let this happen?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was at my home in Sinaloa. I was watching my favorite TV programs. And
Which is what, El Chapo? Which is what?
It is Murder, She Wrote.
You sound a little French right now, El Chapo.
El Chapo, how did you let this happen? Oh, no, okay, hold on. Before I ask you questions,
He's such a baller. He let it happen.
hold on. But before I ask you any questions, El Chapo, I know you're in jail, and I mean this with all respect. You know we treat you with respect. You're a friend of our shows. You've called in about 4 times before, and I find out that you do an interview with Sean Penn, El Chapo, and I thought we were your exclusive go-to U.S. show, and now I see you doing interviews with Sean Penn. What was that about?
Well, you see, I mean, he is a great actor, and I really appreciate the way he portrays himself publicly, the way he punches out the lights of the photographers. And I really admire. I tried to hire him, but then he said to me, I need to answer some questions for him in the jungle. So I figure he make a great movie about me and make me look bigger than everybody in the world.
So I understand you're obviously caught, El Chapo, and I understand that
He's on a cell phone. Is he underground right now?
He's got his own cell phone, but
very long.
I understand that the U.S. has worked out a deal to extradite you to America to face charges in America. Are you planning, and I don't want to hear the details, but are you planning your escape already before you get extradited to the U.S.?
Well, if it's just between us girls.
Yeah. Yes, it is, El Chapo.
Okay, yes. I plan to make my escape as soon as I get into the country. I have my people in place, and I'll have you know Sean Penn is involved.
All right. Let me ask you a question, El Chapo. Who's a bigger badass, you or Pablo Escobar? Because Pablo Escobar was killed when they went to go catch him. You ended up, I think you tried to escape through a sewer, but instead of going down in a fight, you just gave up and got arrested, El Chapo.
Well, you know, I am a gentleman, first and foremost. I do not kill people like Escobar, so that makes me better already.
Oh, really? That's not what I heard.
I am a hero in my town, in my state, in my country. And the people think of me as someone who is, I don't want to say this, but more like a leader in their spiritual world.
Like a mentor.
I was going to say more like a god, but
okay. Well, Chapo, I know you don't have long before you get extradited to the U.S. So I'm sure you have some planning to do. But I do want to ask you just one question, and I know it's the number one rule of drug dealing, and I just have to ask you: do you get high off your own supply, El Chapo?
That rhymes.
Well, you know, I don't know if you know my history or not. I started at around 13 growing poppies and the marijuana.
Puppies?
And the only way to ensure that my product was the best quality, I had to test the product on my people that work for me, because I don't do drugs.
So
By the way, we are listening to the Miggs and Swig show.
You are listening to the Miggs and Swig show, and we have El Chapo.
Exclusive.
We're going to have to let you go, El Chapo, because I know that you have planning to do, because I don't think that you have much of a chance of... I wouldn't put I wouldn't put anything past you.
I have escaped prison twice. You think that I cannot do it again?
Well, that's what I'm worried about, is Supermax here in the United States. I think Mexico's... but I don't put it past you, El Chapo. We're a little disappointed that you gave Sean Penn the interview, but we will get over that. Hope they're treating you fairly in jail. And
I am well respected all over the world.
Okay.
Well, we hope you'll stay in touch when you come to America and call us back and let us know how things are going.
I will call you when I leave.
Okay. Perfect.
All right.
El Chapo, everybody.
El Chapo.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Be safe, El Chapo.
Hey, by the way, you're listening to the Miggs and Swig show. We just had an exclusive with El Chapo here, and we're with you every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. You can get us on all socials, anything Miggs and Swig.
Yeah.
1-800-771-1025. We have a lot of stuff coming up. You call in at any point, but go ahead. Who's talking? Go ahead.
I was just going to ask if you had anything good to tell us today.
I don't know. First, I got to know what Ben wants.
Well,
to know.
I just want to say that we've gone through this in the history of the U.S. and we talk about movies. I watched this movie called Sacria or Scaria.
The one with Emily Blunt. And,
yes,
got that movie
it good?
too.
But it's sort of the same thing about drug dealing. And the reality of it is, Pablo Escobar in the 90s or the 80s or whatever, we got him. We got El Chapo, and it has not done somebody else just pop up.
Yeah,
of course.
And the thing,
It's
so it
money.
makes such a big
Drugs
deal.
are always there.
They're
not
always
going
there.
away.
And we are an accomplice. I mean, a lot of Americans are accomplices in this.
And all this like down. Okay, I'm gonna drop a little knowledge here.
Okay.
Do we have a drop of knowledge music at all?
No, because that's not this kind of.
That
But I'm
doesn't
just gonna
happen
say,
from
capturing these people and putting them in jail. Another one pops up. Another cartel pops up. If you're sitting down at the bottom of a river and you see somebody drowning, right? You're gonna jump in and save them, right?
Well, it depends.
Well, no, you, John, Don. I know you have a good heart. I almost called you John. I don't know why.
Because that guy has a better heart.
Okay.
I'm
so
not
then,
jumping in.
so then you're sitting there. You pull him out. Another person comes down. You jump in, pull him out. Then 3 people come down.
Now I'm
You
tired.
jump in and then you jump in and pull one of them out, but 2 of them you can't get. And it goes on and on and on. Pretty much 20 people are down there, and you pull one out. At what point do you think to yourself, you know what? Maybe I should go up the river to figure out what's causing all these people to come down the river.
That's great.
You know what I'm saying? And so at some point, we have to go up the river.
Same with gun control.
Same thing. And it's just, and I was going to bring it up in gun control. At some point, we got to stop living at the bottom of the river, and we have to figure out and go up and be proactive in figuring out what's causing all. Maybe it's a break in the dam. Maybe it's whatever. But there's something going on up the river that's causing all these people to come down the river.
Well, people like drugs.
People like drugs.
People like
and
drugs
it's
and
not
guns.
gonna change.
Right.
And
So
it's
let's
not-
legalize and tax it.
and even during the presidential town hall meeting,
Right.
395 million guns or 300 million guns.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm not going to take your guns away.
Right.
I can't take your guns away.
Right.
Even if I wanted to, I only have 1 year left.
Right.
You know. But what he did last week.
Speaking of Obama, if you didn't see
Yeah.
the state, not
I'm
the.
sorry for jumping on it.
Yeah, so the Guns in America thing, which I thought was brilliant that what he did, but finish.
No, that's what I was going to say. Is it's not.
We're not trying to take your rights away,
Right.
You know, and it's the same with like if you want to go smoke pot in your bedroom. I could care less. Don't drive. Don't be on crack around my kid. Don't be like whatever that. And have a gun protect you. People are robbing homes all the time. Idiots break into houses during the day, and I'll tell you what. I don't believe in guns, and I've done a good job. We have a gate. We have a guard. We have a dog and an
But does
alarm
your-
system.
does
But
your-
you get in my room, I'm going to shoot you between the eyes.
Does your guard have a gun?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so
Our
I mean,
guards carry guns.
Look, we are proponents of the. I think everybody here is a proponent of the Second Amendment. But at some point, something needed to be done.
Yeah.
And nothing was going to get done. So
Right.
the president took it in his own way and legally to be able to at least do something. And he was kept on saying in that town hall meeting,
Just want to do something.
he just wants to make a little impact. He
Hey,
just wants to do a little something.
That's
And-
because he's a good guy, actually.
and yet,
whether you like him or not.
yet the NRA comes out and says he's trying to take our guns away.
Well, didn't they bring what's her name out?
guy
The
from the
guy
Sniper.
from the Sniper movie,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and someone. There was another girl there.
There's another. The good thing about that town hall meeting is they invited the NRA. NRA said no.
Mm-hmm.
They the sheriff from Arizona, who's very controversial about immigration and gun reform, he was there. He asked a question, and everything was done. I think everything was done in a way that they let people voice both sides of the discussion.
Right, nobody's ever going to be happy.
No.
You can't make everybody happy,
No.
but if the president can do something to try and make people more safe, I think that's a
Right.
good thing.
Hey, by the way, we do have a caller. Hey, John, you want to add something on the gun control before we go to commercial? Johnny.
Yes.
Hey, John, how you doing, man?
How you doing? Yeah. I just don't understand how his executive orders he's talking about are going to go in effect and save any lives.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know. I think you might be right. He may not have the exact answer, but the discussion is important, whatever side you're on. And I honestly do not care. There is no denying the amount of people in America who are being killed by the guns. And now I'm not saying the gun is the problem. Like I just said to you, if you come in my house, I promise you I will shoot you between your eyes.
Yeah, correct.
My point is something is not right. Like we are out, no different than as a country, we're out of control with obesity, we're out of control with drugs, we're out of control with guns. We've got to figure out how to make it okay is all
But
I'm
I
saying.
thought it was more about implementing a stricter policy.
Background.
Yeah, for people to be able to obtain
John,
them.
you're obviously a gun proponent and disagreed with the president, which is fine. My question to you is: do you think that somebody should be able to, on the secondary market without a background check, go into a gun show, which the president did not close the gun loophole or the gun show loophole. But do you think that somebody should just go and be able in the parking lot to buy a gun without a background check?
Well,
it's either yes or no.
I've never seen it, so no.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
it just to me that's just ludicrous. And
that's the thing that's crazy.
And show me the proof of that. Everybody says that. And I've never seen it.
Well, you don't have to see it for it to be
I'm
happening.
pretty sure that's happening, John.
happening.
And that's not.
They don't buy them in the parking lot. That's absolutely.
Yeah. But no, I think you can. Go ahead.
And my last point is, how is that going to stop? That Santa Bernardino, that was a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
How is that going to stop a terrorist?
I agree. And there's some things that will not be changed. And I think the president made that very clear. And we appreciate your call. But the president did make it very clear that this is not going to stop violence.
Yeah.
Violence is still going to be there. This is not going to stop crime.
Because
crime
people are
will
crazy.
be there.
One day at a time. Hey, we got to go to commercial. You listen to the Miggs and Swig show. And we come back. We got the juice with JoJo. She's going to be dishing all sorts of stuff. You want to dial in now to be there for that. 1-800-771-1025. Talk to you after the break here on the Miggs and Swig show. Jose, can you see?
Oh,
Jose?
please.
Did you say
Please,
Jose?
please.
Yeah, I can see fine.
Oh, El Chapo. Can
Hey, by the way,
El
anyone who
Chapo.
missed the last segment with El Chapo calling in, that was pretty epic. I mean, you don't get that. A lot of
No,
shows
he's
can't
kind of
have
amazing.
El Chapo on a Sunday morning.
I think he
He's
might be
easy
one of my
like a
favorite
Sunday
people.
morning. I got to tell you what. I got in at 4:30. My wife and I had relations because it had been a couple of days.
Wait, you woke up at 4:30?
No, I woke her up, if you know what I'm
and
saying.
I was up.
No, you were.
Sorry if
and
Mr.
you were
D's
down.
listening.
DT.
Oh, I pulled him right in.
Don't say a word.
I pulled him right in.
Am I allowed
Good
to
for
say
you.
No, don't say a word.
Are abbreviations okay?
No.
Jamie?
It's
we're
an
just
acronym.
learning. We're acronym.
pushing the
Abbreviate.
button.
We're
I
acronym.
know.
Yeah.
We're just we're learning this radio game. We have a very.
Because we have foul mouth.
we
Like,
have
we
a,
really have to
we
try
have a very strong
to censor
watchdog,
ourselves.
and we have he's a good watchdog. I mean, his hand. There's a big red button. If you just so we can explain this to you.
JJ, you take a
There's
photo
a
of it and
big.
put it up
There's
on
a
our
big
Miggs and
red
Swig.
button next to Jamie, and it's like a buzzer from the Gong Show.
And it says Ben and JoJo on it.
And it's a censor, and so last week JoJo got censored, so now we're
Boom.
just ultra worried.
And it wasn't
about
even like with
no,
a word that I really love.
I know it
was
could
a
have been
dumb
so
word.
much. It could have been so much better.
So you're listening to the Miggs and Swig show. I want to talk about at the end of this at the end of this segment, that I just came across the 24 craziest things that have already happened this year in Florida. We are only, what's today's date? The 10th.
January 10th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can't wait to talk about that. But before that, I do want to get to
Oh, that was good, Jamie.
Talking about the juice with JoJo. Rolling down the screen, searching headlines. Talking about the juice. Hey,
at 1-800-771-1025.
Oh, I like that.
The bone.
It was like a 411 pain commercial right there
There
for
you
me.
go, baby.
Hello.
Hi, JoJo.
Buddy.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Good. So one of my favorite things, I love award shows.
You love warts? Oh,
On my
award-
toes.
Okay.
Yes.
Warts on
I
my toes.
like award shows.
Okay.
Listen, don't roll your eyes at me. You watch sports 365 days
I
a
did not
year.
roll my eyes at
You okay?
I
He's
went- I
judgmental.
You
sighed.
sighed.
He's judgmental.
I sighed.
He is.
He's Judgy Judgerson over
But
there.
I
Judge
love
Judy.
it, and I love
Okay,
it.
so they're usually on Sundays. Would you rather watch that or Homeland or The Affair brought to you by Showtime?
Oh, my God.
Well,
First of all,
Okay, that's case in point. That's
Ben,
all I have to say.
You took my segment. You're not taking JoJo's.
thank you. Mic off. No, I like it, but I like it to change it up every now and again. And so tonight, live on NBC, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the Golden Globes will be on. And we would like to congratulate our friends at Showtime. They have 3 nominations.
Yay.
Best Actress in a TV Series Drama is Eva Green for Penny Dreadful.
Oh, she was so good this
Very
year.
The Best Actor in a TV Series Drama
Ray Donovan.
Lee Schreiber.
Hey, don't we know someone on that show who's a good friend of mine? Let me pick up that name I just dropped. Stephen Bauer.
Stephen Bauer.
We should have him call in.
Yeah, Avi should have been nominated because
he wasn't really in it this year. That
It
much.
doesn't matter when he's in it. He's good.
He was great. No, he's great.
You know what? I'll have Avi call. I will have Stephen Bauer
He was
call
great
in next week.
He was great. The call last.
Yeah.
And
last
Best
time we had him
Actress in a Supporting Role in a Series, Limited Series, or Motion Picture for TV is Maura Tierney for The Affair.
Which was great.
She was good.
So great.
So the Affair didn't get Best Drama nod, huh?
No, it did not.
Didn't.
You know, I think that
See,
show
that's why
makes
I hate
people,
award
No,
shows.
that show
But
makes
it's
people uncomfortable.
Yeah, my wife won't watch it.
Really?
Yep, Nani won't watch it.
I was gonna try to look
so
and see what the nominations were, but it's gonna take me a second.
All
So
right,
anyway,
so
so that's
move on.
on tonight on NBC.
Good luck, Showtime.
Who's hosting?
Ricky Gervais.
Thank you.
Hey, by
Yes.
the way, and if you want anyone give a call, 1-800-771-1025 at any point here. We want to just give you a copy of The Affair, season 1,
Yes.
to catch you up before season 2.
Can we
which is already
print
done.
out or and do a
Print
little
out.
Miggs and Swig contest, and we can pick out the best drama and print out, and we'll see who wins.
Yeah.
A
Do
little
it on print out.
competition?
Do you have a fax
Sure.
machine for Ben? Can you fax that too?
I like to print out things. Dawn, you'll be very excited to know that according to very scientific proof from the American Chemical Society,
Yes.
which researched
Smoking's bad.
the effects of tequila on blood glucose levels last year, sugars found in the plant that makes tequila can help lower your blood sugar levels.
Wow, I've been on this cleanse and I'm on week 2 and I haven't been drinking, but maybe
You should.
I just do the tequila at night right after show, which is when I most want to have a drink. Now, do I do
and
that?
You can.
I'm going to bring my own bottle.
The sugars that naturally occur in the agave plant are called agave, not to be confused with agave syrup, and are non-digestible, so they won't raise your blood sugar level.
Wow.
Well, see, that's dangerous for me because I hear studies like that, or
You're
the
like,
study that
maybe
came
21 years I should
the
throw out.
studies that came out about a glass of red wine being good for you every day, right? About for your heart.
Well, everything in moderation.
I read stories like that, and I'm like,
No.
I could have one drink a day.
No,
It's only
you
been
can't.
21 years.
No, stop it.
No.
I'm so proud of
All
you
right.
for your no drinking. But I do think, am I allowed to bring a bottle of tequila on a plane?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jensen says no. Everyone else
can't
says
do
yes.
it. You have to
no,
check
no,
it.
you won't be able to. You
No,
have
no,
to be,
no.
It has to be in your bag.
It'll
You
be
can
in-
bring minis.
No.
Carry it on.
Can I carry it on?
No, because it's
Oh,
fluid.
no, it's fluid. That's
Four-
right.
It's
But you can-
4.5 ounces.
But you can bring minis.
Yeah, and then I'm going to 30 minis. No, because
How about if I
they
ship
don't
it
have
to
good
you?
minis.
Why don't
no,
I
you know what I'm
ship
going
it?
to do?
Ship.
I'm going to have Chris get it there. And
Oh my
Okay,
God.
all right.
Okay.
So I came
We can
across
work
an
the logistics
article.
out later.
And
you're
the
drinking.
It's 24 brilliant new words that we should add to the dictionary. Each year, Merriam-Webster always adds words that are.
As long as they're not emojis, we're good, right?
The first one is,
Go ahead.
okay. Well, the first one is asshole.
Spell that?
ASKHOLE. It is someone who asks many stupid, pointless, or obnoxious questions.
That's great,
We know a
actually.
lot of those people.
Yes.
Some of them might be sitting around the table.
I'm gonna see right now
And
if
I-
Scott calling is an asshole or if he's got something worthwhile to say. Hi, Scott.
Hi. I heard you guys talking about The Affair. I have not seen it. I'm not a Showtime subscriber.
Well, you
Then
just
you're-
won it.
Then you're getting the
You just
DVDs,
won
my
it.
friend.
Scott, have you ever had an affair?
No.
Are
I
you
haven't.
married, Scott?
No, thankfully.
Oh, well,
Hey,
I'll tell you what. Once you
Scott,
find the right person,
thankfully-
you
How
will-
how old are you, Scott?
36.
Ooh,
36.
Scott.
Scott, are you single and mingling? We have two single women here.
I have a long-term girlfriend, but neither one of us are interested in marriage. It's more of a
Where
career-focused.
where did you
All right.
find her?
Oh, stop
That is a
it.
unicorn.
Oh,
you need to bring her
Ben.
in, and we need to. You need to
She's a
bring her
teacher.
in, and we need to analyze her.
She's a teacher.
She's
and
a
what?
teacher,
What?
yeah.
Well, all right.
She's
well,
around.
And she doesn't want to get married.
No, not really.
Scott, you're my hero, and just for that, we're gonna give you the affair. We were gonna give it to you anyways, but we're gonna give it to you and enjoy it because
hang
it
on
is
the
very
line.
good.
It's a great, great show.
It is awesome. You'll love it.
All right, hang on the line. And real quick, William wants to tell me something about alcohol on a plane, and that's important to
That
me,
is
JoJo.
important. We have to take this call.
William, please tell me something. This is Don. Give me some info, please.
All right, yes.
I'm sweating already.
It follows the same guidelines as like a shampoo bottle or something like that. It has to be under a certain amount of fluid ounces in a Ziploc bag. And I believe you're allowed to bring up to either, I want to say it's either 5 or 10 of the mini airplane bottles.
William, the problem is this.
We can pour something else in them.
I like really good tequila.
And they don't come
make
in
those
the
in those little
bottle.
bottles.
We can pour
William.
it into something
Okay, but see,
smaller
here's the
for
thing,
you.
Like I said, it doesn't matter if they come in the bottles. It just has to be the fluid ounces size. So you can take whatever tequila you desire.
Thank
put in
you.
something within the required fluid ounces container.
William, you sound like an expert on, which is a little scary to me, but you sound like an expert on this topic.
I was a Marine. So yeah, the drinking is a second part of nature.
Well, there you go.
Well, thank you for serving the country.
Yeah, thank you for serving our country and for your knowledge and your information. We love people calling us in, give us information. We're going to give you a Tighten Up Tampa T-shirt and
jarring questions. Let's give them jarring questions.
Jarring questions, which is
jarring questions. We just give away.
Okay, can we get back to me now?
All right, and so just hang on the line a minute.
Awesome.
Back to you, JoJo.
Words that should be added to the dictionary.
What was the first one? I'd love it.
Asshole.
Asshole.
Someone who asks many stupid, pointless, or obnoxious questions.
Go ahead.
A bedgasm. A feeling of euphoria experienced when climbing into bed at the end of a very long day.
I get it.
All right.
I have one of those
I get
all
those.
the time.
Yep.
Master dating.
Oh, what's that?
Going out alone.
JoJo.
Going out alone.
I don't even know what it means. Going out alone?
Alone.
What's it? Masturbating?
Master dating.
Master dating.
Yeah.
JoJo, did you this weekend produce anything for you?
Chair drobe.
I'm a chair
Is this
drobe. I don't
mic
even know
on?
what it is.
It's piling clothes on a chair in place of a closet or a dresser.
Absolutely.
Oh, that is
That's
totally
me.
him.
Textpectation.
All of us.
The anticipation left when waiting for a response to a text.
How about the friends who get mad when you don't reply right away? Like you have nothing else to do but reply to
But
them.
hold on. When you send a text and you see, if you have an iPhone, you see the bubble, isn't there a little like, okay.
So that means that someone is about to respond
It
to
means
you.
they're typing.
They're typing.
Yeah, but no, because
I don't think so. I think that means they've opened and
No,
read the
it means
message.
they're typing.
that's what I thought too.
It means they're
JoJo.
typing.
Maybe
And I don't care.
I don't
Go
care.
on.
selfish. CELLFISH.
Ah, Ben.
An
Selfies.
individual who continues talking on their phone so as to be rude or inconsiderate of other people.
Oh, okay.
That drives me crazy.
We know a lot of those
These
people.
words should be
the,
added.
the traveling cell phone talker, the guy sitting.
I don't care if he's talking regular volume because it's no different than if I'm talking
but
to
when
the
he's
person
talking
next to
about
me.
doing big business
Oh, I
deals.
love that. Yeah.
we just closed $14 million and we're going to take them to the bank and
There was a guy.
I'm a big deal.
There was a guy in St. Louis. So we were in our green room, but the green room was basically the whole downstairs, and I guess the owner and his friends could be at the bar there. And this idiot is talking to two suckers about. He's using every buzzword. You know, we're going to use some synergy and some. We're going to
I
logistically
hate the
put
word
together
synergy.
And I'm looking at him, and I'm actually saying out loud, "This guy's an idiot. If these two do anything this guy says, they're idiots. They're idiots." And Sean's like, "You got to calm down." I'm like, "No, this guy is a moron, and I bet he doesn't have $40 in his
It
pocket
drives me
right
crazy.
now." Go ahead,
Drives me
JoJo. Sorry.
Universe. YOUNIVERSE. Anyone used to indicate that a person has knowledge only of himself or herself. Their universe consists only
Of them.
That's
Miggs
a
and
great
Swig.
one.
as
Miggs
I
and
point to
Swig.
Miggs and
Hey, by the way,
Swig.
we're gonna be. I want to get a little more juice at the end of the show.
No, and we have
Um,
to talk about
and I
what's
wanna do-
already happened so far in the state of Florida.
I want to do the 24 crazy things that have already happened, but it looks like we're gonna have to go to commercial because we took calls. But go ahead, Benjamin.
Yeah, coming up on the show. Listen, before we go to commercial, if you are a Cincinnati Bengals fan, pick up the phone and call 1-800-771-1025. If you are a Cincinnati Bengals fan, I need to talk to you. 1-800-771-1025. Coming up after the commercial, we will be talking sports. We'll be talking race. And we will be getting swiggy with it. You have it tuned to 102.5 The Bone, the Miggs and Swig Show. We'll be right back.
All right, everybody.
Pay attention.
It starts here.
Now that we're all prepared, let's start the show.
And now, Miggs and Swig. Don Miggs, Ben Swig, JoJo, Lisa, and JJ. From music to marriage, from politics to parenting, from dating to deep thoughts and sports. Time for Life Out Loud with Miggs and Swig.
Let's get the show on the road.
Welcome back, everybody, to the world famous world famous, self-proclaimed world famous Miggs and Swig show here on 102.5 The Bone. Before the commercial break, I asked for a Cincinnati fan to give us a call. Unfortunately, they're either in hiding or there are no Cincinnati Bengals fans left.
I don't know that I'd claim to it right now.
Yeah,
Does somebody
exactly.
have a comment about the game even?
Right. So if you know football, give us a call. We'd love to talk about you. We've had a
Jamie
humdinger.
will do it with you.
We've had a humdinger.
Honestly, who we should give is our call screener, Ryan, who actually does Scrum Sports. He's a huge NFL guy.
So
maybe we could put him on the mic.
Ryan's your guy.
All right. So
You're listening.
Right, you're listening to the Miggs and Swig show here on 102.5 The Bone. If you haven't just tuning in, you missed a phenomenal hour. Probably one of the best on radio.
We're up for a Golden Globe tonight.
Right, we had an exclusive interview with El Chapo. We talked about gun control. We talked about new words in the dictionary, which I love, and we're going to post them on the. Are they actually going in the dictionary?
No,
words?
they should be. Is
They
what
should
somebody
be.
was saying.
Okay,
Yeah.
and they're great. They're hilarious. A lot of them apply to me.
Yes.
But we will post those on our social media. Anyways, so this game. Ryan, are you going to be on a mic?
He's on the mic.
Morning,
He's
everybody.
right there.
So
And
this-
Ryan knows his way around
Hello.
a microphone.
In case you missed it last night, the city of Cincinnati
Embarrassed
themselves. And not only the team, not only Marvin Lewis, not only Burford, not only Pac-Man Jones, the fans. I mean, I have never seen somebody get carted off the field. Like, in case you missed it, a Cliff Note version, Steelers were up by 15 points going in the third quarter. Big Ben, their star quarterback, got hurt. He ended up separating his shoulder or something of that nature, got carted off the field, and while he was getting carted off the field, people were throwing water bottles, debris, all kinds of stuff. That doesn't happen. Okay, in sports, there's a somewhat of a sense of respect when somebody gets hurt. You will be at a game, the opposing player gets hurt, you will hear a little round of applause, at least something.
You usually get the applause, yeah.
And maybe it's not not genuine, but at least it's some sort of respect. And yet they were clapping when he got hurt and throwing stuff at him when he got off the field. And to make a long story short. Too late, right? But the Cincinnati Bengals intercepted a ball with 2 minutes left in their own territory or Pittsburgh's territory. All they had to do was run out the clock. But not to mention, after the guy picked off the ball, Burford, he did a Bo Jackson. And if you don't know what a Bo Jackson is, Bo Jackson on Monday Night Football in overtime broke a 90-yard run, 80-yard run, ran right to the locker room because the game was over.
Kept going.
And went straight to the locker room. And Burford intercepted the ball, and he ran straight to the locker room and tried to pull Bo Jackson. There's a minute 20 left on the clock, a minute 30 left on the clock, and very next play, Jeremy Hill runs it, fumbles the ball, Pittsburgh recovers it. They drive it. Big Ben comes back in the game with a separated shoulder, which to me, I mean, he's just a man among men to be able to do that. Obviously, was hurt because only threw some dink and dunks. Yeah. They got after 4th and 7. Big Ben threw it over the middle. Antonio Brown missed it. Burford came in and just completely lit up Antonio Brown with his helmet, crown of his helmet. 15-yard penalty. Some scrumming occurred. Cincinnati ended up getting another 15-yard penalty and putting it in chip shot range. Pittsburgh kicked a field goal and won the game. And, you watch a lot of sports. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
It's probably the single most, if not maybe top 2 or 3 most monumental collapses in any sport that I've ever seen, not just football.
Are you kidding me?
Really? No, it really is.
How did
It
I
really,
miss
really
that?
is.
I know. I didn't watch
it was, I mean, I couldn't agree with
and I'm a guy that's been a diehard Rays fan forever, and I'm talking like you remember game 162 a few years back where the Rays were down in that part of the season. They were down by 7 runs against the Yankees, came back and beat them, and then Boston collapsed, and like that one day was probably the greatest day in sports for me.
Yeah.
But
Longoria hit the home run.
Yep. I've never seen a collapse, single game collapse by one team.
Yeah. I mean, put it this way. You'll remember, I don't know if you will remember.
Lisa.
The 49ers, Roger Craig against the New York Giants, all he had to do was run out the clock. The Giants had no timeouts.
Was it Minnesota?
Maybe it was Minnesota. I don't know. Anyway,
Do not mess with Lisa
all
and
they
her
had to do was
knowledge
run
of
out the
her
clock.
team.
Roger Craig ended up fumbling the ball.
Mm-hmm.
That made what happened last night made that look like nothing.
Well, because
Really?
I think with that one, that was one play. Last night was a debacle of multiple proportions.
Who do you blame for that? Do you blame Herm Lewis? Is it Herm Lewis?
Marvin Lewis.
Marvin Lewis.
You know what?
sorry.
I think at the end of the day, okay, there's only so much a coach can do.
Yeah,
But-
maybe we should make a player actually have to.
Well, no. Here's the thing. As a coach, right, you can tell your players
Calm down. Yeah.
But once they get between the white lines, there's nothing they can do.
Yeah.
Now, what
And I've never played football, obviously.
what a
so
lot
I
of
don't
good
know,
coaches
but-
will do. I mean, he's their best player. I mean, one of their best players on defense. It's tough to take him out of the game.
Yeah.
But you will see. Tony Dungy used to do it all the time. Didn't matter who you are. You make your team go back the other direction or forward the other direction on defense. 15 yards, you're out. You're going to sit down. You're going to take a break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so part of it's on the coaching, but there's only so much a coach could do. Marvin Lewis will lose his job today. Do you agree?
There's a very good chance that he will. And you could say the same thing about the Buccaneers the last couple of years with Lovie Smith. They've led the league or been among the league leaders in penalties for the last 2 years.
Right.
It's a discipline thing.
Right.
And they're grown men. So, yes, to a degree, they have to police themselves once they're between the lines.
Right.
But once they get over to that sideline, as a coach or a coaching staff, everybody wants to, crap
Right.
rolls downhill, starting at the head coach. But you've got all these other coaches on the sideline. Grab your player by the mask. If the head coach has got enough on his plate during a game, if you're a linebackers coach, if you're a secondary coach, a defensive coordinator on the sideline, grab
Everyone's
your
afraid
guy.
to now.
or even a leader on the team.
Exactly,
Okay,
yes.
so and this is what
A teammate. It doesn't matter.
A team, and,
yeah.
and this is what I mean. You're watching that game yesterday, and Ryan, you can attest this as a sports fan. Is that you could see this coming?
Mm-hmm.
It was not something that this Burford was like all of a sudden acted out.
Yeah.
I mean, from the beginning of the game to the end of the game,
Right.
you were waiting to see him do something. He was good.
Yeah,
and it just happened to be when he did it was at the worst possible
These
time.
two teams hate each other.
They hate each other.
hated each other before the game started, and the Cincinnati media, shame on them for escalating things before the game even started with the whole Big Ben thing on the
Right,
radio show
right.
up there. And it just spilled out all over the field. And not to be honest with you, neither team really helped the case.
Right.
What's his face? The head coach on the Steelers sideline.
Mike Tomlin.
Not the head coach.
Oh,
but,
not head coach.
The Munchchamp
Porter?
or
Mux-
the guy
Munchausen.
that
He got a
grabbed,
penalty, right.
Yeah, for grabbing the Bengals player's
Yep.
hair. There was a lot of blame to go
Yeah.
around.
Right.
It wasn't just one team.
Right, and
Right.
and I do want to say we have a Cincinnati fan on the line. I want to get him on the line, but I do want to say, in all fairness, that Pittsburgh got away with a pretty cheap shot against Bernard. In that, but that's the nature of the game.
Yeah.
Calls are going to be missed. It happens so quickly. So,
But wait, let me just say one thing though, and I know it sounds like he's my father-in-law, and so I'm gonna like give him a little bit of a
Attaboy.
push, right?
Yeah.
And Lisa's here, my wife, and so I'm gonna give them the family that. But that kind of stuff didn't happen, and if it did happen, say in San Francisco, I think football more than any other sport, the owner actually can make a difference on the team. Everybody's involved in football.
I agree with you.
And Mr. D would have gone on the field or in the locker room right after the game, and he would
wouldn't
have
been
fought
playing.
that guy and
But-
said, "You are
He
not
would have
playing
said
next
Right.
game."
I mean, it was
No
it was
doubt.
a different game, and Ronnie Lott was probably the leader of leading with the crown and the helmet. I mean, you could do that back then, but it is true that the ownership and front office have a big deal to do. That's why you see the same teams, New England.
It's not,
Green
and
Bay.
it's not an accident.
No, it's
So
not.
explain Jerry Jones. How does Jerry Jones, one of the most prestigious sports owners in the world, warrant a guy like a Greg Hardy coming in? And I know he said, well, we're trying to give him that second chance. He's had 5 chances since he's been on
Jerry
your
Jones
team.
has no respect, though.
So-
he just has money.
But the
He
problem
knows
is
the
Jerry
difference.
Jones is if anybody else was running the team like he's been running the team for the past
They wouldn't have a job.
He wouldn't have a job. They would fire him.
True
Trent, Bengals fan. How are you?
Hey guys, well, here's my thoughts. I'll give you a couple different angles on it. One is we all know Burfict's a bit of a head case, and I love him when he's on my team. I hate him if he'd be against me.
Yeah.
But my thoughts is this: you saw it coming into the game that they were going to be pretty fired up. You saw that there's the animosity. Everybody sees it. even with Gary Munchak in the beginning grabbing Reggie Nelson's hair.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that kind of strikes me a little bit, and I played ball growing up, played a little bit in college and semi-pro, and the thing with Ryan Shazier, I get the missed calls, but I think that's honestly, was my opinion, not that it's excusable, but what sent Cincinnati over the edge. Because you feel like, it's part of your family when you're playing. And you see a guy take a shot with like that, and he doesn't get up, and it's combined with the fact that, it's illegal to lead with the crown of your head, and you miss calls, but you feel like your guys aren't getting protected.
Right. But but the question is, I mean, as a football player, Trent, and I'm glad that you've played the game, but as in life, there is nothing. Don't you have to have a certain level of acceptance that there's nothing you can do about that play, and that you're only going to hurt your team further if you go and retaliate? Because it's always the second person that gets busted, gets called for retaliation. Right?
It really is, and I'll say, as a Cincy fan, a lot of Cincy fans disagree with me here, but I think a lot of it has to fall on Marvin Lewis.
Yeah.
Not that he's the one that has to be out there grabbing him then, or that he did anything wrong specifically yesterday. But if you look back at the Bengals, and a lot of people overlook this, unfortunately, the Bengals have had as much or more legal troubles than most of the teams in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go back, you can look at they have how many guys they had arrested in the early 2000s. They had 7, 8, 9 guys arrested.
Yeah, it's true.
It's got to get glossed over.
Yeah.
This is all under the Marvin Lewis regime.
Yeah, and it's the AFC North, and they definitely teeter on. I think all the teams there sort of teeter on, that line. And we appreciate your call. I believe that Marvin Lewis will be out of a job, if not today, tomorrow. But thank you for your call, and we appreciate your input. Thank you very much, Trent.
Thanks, guys.
All right, let's move on from sports. Let's move on to something.
Getting sneaky with it. Getting sneaky with it. Getting sneaky with it.
I just wanted to hear that a little bit longer today.
I love that song.
So, I don't know if you guys saw this, but I wanted to sort of talk about it. Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, let's move along from sports. Floyd Mayweather.
Well, I guess that's kind of true, huh?
But I know where you're going with it, so
right. So it's sort of sports related, but it's more towards race. So for those of you who don't know, Floyd Mayweather is he's undefeated for his career. He's a flamboyant, posting pictures of all his toys and Ferraris and $1 million cars, and he's such a trash talker, and he sort of has created the art of trash talking. And then there's Conor McGregor, who fights in the UFC, who is Floyd Mayweather. I mean, he is flamboyant. He's a trash talker. He's He's a equal self promoter to Floyd Mayweather, and one is white and one is black. And Floyd Mayweather earlier said that the only reason that no one comes down on McGregor is because he's white. And McGregor said, and it went on I just have to pull it up here. I had it. McGregor responded to what Floyd Mayweather said, and it said, I'm in a family. In my family, long history of warfare, there was a time of having the name McGregor was punishable by death. Do not ever put me in a bracket like this again. If you want, we can organize a fight, no problem.
I would love to see that.
He said, don't ever bring race into my success again. I am an Irishman. My people have been oppressed our entire existence and still very much are. I understand the feeling of prejudice. It's a feeling that is deep in my blood. And it's interesting because obviously Irishmen with the English have gone through years of oppression. And
I went through it as an Irishman.
Did you? No. I feel like you still do.
Now, my whole point is, and you sort of have to know the fight game in order to understand this, but yes, he's white, and yes, Floyd Mayweather's black. However, the thing about it, Floyd Mayweather trash talks, flaunts it, self-promotes it, and then he gets in the ring and he dances around and doesn't get hit.
Right.
Conor McGregor trash talks, self-promotes, flaunts it, and gets in the ring and knocks people out in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And so
and gets hit if it comes down to it.
if it came into, he was sitting in the center of the ring, and Floyd Mayweather was not the best fighter.
Has he won a lot of big name fights?
Who?
Mayweather.
He doesn't fight them.
Well, he won.
right?
He
I
beat
don't know much about
Pacquiao. He beat
way past their prime.
Put it this way,
far
but he beat everybody in their class. So Floyd Mayweather, except for Triple G, who won't fight, but he is
Triple G?
He's his young fighter.
We have about 30 seconds left.
So the point is, the race, yes, it's very predominant in this country, and what Floyd said was white versus black. I don't think this is a white versus black issue, right? I mean, I think this is just Floyd Mayweather trying to steal a spotlight on McGregor, who he sees as exactly like him,
Right.
except for
A threat.
a threat, but is actually a fight.
I agree with that, but I will tell you, like it or not, race is always a factor. If you're a black man in America, race is a factor.
True. I will
and
give you that
and no
point.
matter what people say, and Floyd is sort of a maybe can be a piece of manure when he gets trash talking, but that doesn't matter. He's still. People do not want it when you see a black man walk down your street in your white neighborhood. You are going to be suspicious.
Yep.
I'm
just the
suspicious
way it
of
is.
anybody.
I know, but that's just the way. And that's not. I'm
Unless
not
he's
saying I
cute.
feel like that because I don't. But
I'll
that's
just
the way
say-
it is in
Then
this
I'm
country.
doubly suspicious.
I'll just say Muhammad Ali.
All right, hey, right. We've got to go to commercial.
I
We
guess
gotta
that
go to
would be
commercial.
me. I'm coming up next, Lisa Out Loud. You're listening to Miggs and Swig on 102.5 The Bone. I'm going to talk a little bit about Madonna, and I also have a little more to say about this whole new dietary guideline thing.
And I do want to get my 24 Florida facts. in
All
some
of them?
Oh, sorry. You can throw those couple
No,
of those
Ben,
in.
Ben took the last 4
Couple
segments.
of
All right,
those
come
in.
back
All
with
right,
more
I'm turning
on
off
the
my
Miggs and
mic for
Swig
the next
show.
segment.
You can hear all of that here in the Miggs and Swig show. Thank you for being with us on your Sunday morning, and I hope church went well. I hope that breakfast went well.
Make sure that you go out and get your Powerball tickets. Also, we're at an estimated
Oh.
$1.3
Nobody won
billion
yesterday.
dollars for
1.3.
Wednesday's drawing.
That's amazing.
Nobody won?
No,
Lisa,
with
this
a
is the one time we
$1.3
should do it.
billion.
Let's go. We have to go to some little out of the way place though, because those are always the ones that
Yep.
sell the winning tickets.
You're
I
right.
don't know about any of them.
It's crazy. $1.3
Wow.
billion.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I win, when I come back, I'll be doing Tell Me Something Good, but I'm going to do it now. Tell me something good. Yeah. All right, I quickly want. I didn't get to do some telling you something good before, but this isn't really good. It's really sort of weird. I don't know if anyone goes to BuzzFeed.com.
Love it.
I love it there. This is how crazy our state is, the state of Florida. God bless you all. And I say this
Bless
with
their
all,
hearts.
with all due respect, which you're allowed to say before you say anything that insults
That is
people.
disrespectful.
I agree with
know.
you.
Yeah.
Hey, with all due respect,
You're a jerk.
you're an yeah.
Text that before you say something passive aggressive.
Yes, exactly.
And if you want to, by the way, if you want to get in on Lisa's segment, it's 1-800-771-1025. But here we go. 24 crazy things that have already happened this year in Florida. It has been 10 days.
Boom, go.
Florida man accused of attacking a girlfriend with a banana.
What?
She had it coming.
Better than a baseball bat.
Number 2, Breaking Bad contest winner arrested in Florida on drug charges. All right, that makes sense.
Good for them.
Number 3, while dad shopped, mom gave birth in the Walmart parking lot. So you really can do everything at Walmart. That's what I'm learning there.
Ben's favorite place.
This is a loose lion caught at a Florida animal sanctuary. All right, that'll happen. Number 5, this one I had some issues with. Human foot found in shoe at Jupiter Island.
Was there a person attached to the foot?
Just the foot.
Oh.
No.
I mean, that's like a-
that's how.
that's not
That's
so
why
weird
I made a
then.
story.
I mean, I know that people don't wear a lot of.
Isn't that like a ritzy place to live?
Yeah.
Jupiter Island?
Well,
I can actually explain how that happens.
He's 1
Please.
foot in.
How?
It's a suicide. They jump into the water, they drown
Sharks.
themselves, and what happens is because they wear their shoes, the fish don't get to the feet, so they don't eat them. Whereas the rest of the body's exposed, so the sea life eats all that.
Jamie dropping
This-
some knowledge.
Boom,
Boom.
It actually happens a lot. People will find shoes with feet still.
Has
in
it
them.
ever happened to you?
You ever find the feet?
As my former first wife may or may not know, yes.
All right. Number 6, Florida man accused
my
of using
God.
tomahawk in attempted 7-Eleven robbery. That'll
Oh.
work. Number 7, bear attack victim. The bear was trying to kill me. That's good to know. And it actually says you live in bear country. There's a sign. You idiot.
Florida bears.
Palm Bay man charged for sex act with family dog, police say.
Oh, no.
God.
He looks like an upstanding citizen. Loose kangaroo captured, returned to its babysitter.
All
That's
right,
number 9.
kangaroos belong in Australia.
Okay, number 10. Police search for man who pushed woman's head into Burger King toilet.
Ew.
Number 11. Florida man
I don't know
bites.
what's worse, Burger King or the toilet.
Florida man bites neighbor's ear off over a cigarette. That's a smart guy.
Mike
All
Tyson.
right.
Should I give you a couple more or no?
Sure.
All right.
I'm so proud.
Yeah.
Figure it out, Florida.
Naked man causing disturbance in Lutz neighborhood slaps officer.
Lutz.
I knew it right when I said it. Slaps officer in the face.
With what?
Naked Florida man hauled off from store.
For what?
He was only
Being
wearing his
naked.
socks as he
Oh.
entered the store.
Oh, naked.
Be naked.
All
I'm
right.
still on Lutz. I'm sorry.
All right. Spatula wielding chicken thrower busted in Vero Beach. Fake cop flashes buttocks, wants free IHOP meal. By the way, I'm only on number 18.
Wait, cop flashes buttocks?
Don't they get a discount?
Fake cop.
Yeah.
Oh,
fake cop.
Dog missing for 2 years, found treading water 2 miles offshore.
What?
Jacksonville man
Oh,
attacked
that's so sad.
and killed after argument about a barbecue.
Maybe they weren't at Fort Rivers.
PSL
Hate
man.
Fort Rivers,
PSL
obviously.
man says he drank 5 gallons of vodka and lives to tell about it. Call him a liar. With all due
Liar.
respect. Families brawled at Chuck E. Cheese over prize tickets because they are so amazing
No,
when
that-
you win.
I could see that.
Yeah, I can see that
happening.
happening. Yeah.
Naked man treated after driving into Orange
What is
County
with all these
Lake.
naked people?
Taser
Hot
and
as hell.
I. Taser
They
and
should
I.
go get waxed.
Taser and I trumped Glock in armed Orlando confrontation. Decapitated sex toys prompted police probe.
Oh my God.
And that's the 24 in
In
the
te-
first 10 days.
10 days. You're amazing, Florida.
I think those
Keep it
are
up.
great, but I wouldn't be surprised if you went to other states and found something very
swear I was
similar in other states
just
as
gonna
well.
say that. Mhm.
Messed up people in this world.
I feel like Florida, though, takes the cake.
All right, Lisa. Let's
Lisa.
all right. Get out
They're vicious and they're very loud.
If you're gonna be loud, you gotta be proud.
Lisa out loud.
And now, Lisa DeBartolo. Miggs.
So, if anybody is looking for a new or used car, please give Any Car USA a call. 727-807-3226.
I think it's required by law to call them.
Mention Miggs and Swig. Please mention Miggs and Swig with Any Car USA, and they will give you
A free
money
car.
to leave.
No.
better treatment. You will get better treatment.
And tinted windows.
And tinted. Well, I wasn't going to throw that in, but
We'll give them tinted windows.
well, you're going to pay for that.
I don't know.
Anyway, I wanted to go back to something that Don and I have been doing this cleanse for. I think we're on day 8 now, right?
Yeah.
So the new dietary guidelines did come out from the whatever it is,
FTC? No, it isn't.
No, it's the
Whatever, the
I
people who
forget-
watch our
the people
food.
that are allegedly watching our food, and they say eat more veggies, leaner meats, throw some fish in. Oh, and eat way less sugar. All right. Well, first of all, sugar should be avoided more than anything else. I think you're better off eating fatty meats than you are eating sugar. And one of the Tampa papers, as Ben has a giant bag of Reese's Pieces, and if I wasn't on a cleanse, I would take a
tell me about
handful
why I
of those
shouldn't
right now.
Eat sugar.
Because look at my wife
Well-
right now. Honestly, we both look less bloated. We both look fabulous.
Well, here's the thing, though. The thing about sugar that people don't understand, they tell you to eat more whole grains, which includes like quinoa, whole wheat, things like that. Forgetting about the gluten that's in foods, if you eat, say you eat a piece of whole grain bread, you have a half a sandwich and you eat a piece of whole grain bread, that whole grain bread turns into sugar in your body. Your body cannot tell the difference between that or a piece of cake or a cookie. It's just getting sugar. And on the front page of the paper yesterday, I can't remember which Tampa Bay paper it was, but they suggested and actually said as fact that if you drink a glass, and they used pure Florida as their example of orange juice, that is like eating having a serving of fruit. No, it's
With
not.
all due respect,
With
you're
all due
idiots.
respect to you idiot people out there, it is not like eating fruit. And by the way, fruit also turns into sugar in
Sugar.
your body. No matter if you're eating an apple, yes, that has a little more fiber in it than other fruits because it has the skin on it.
So
but
you do need it, but
you do need it, but that turns into sugar in your body also. So go easy on the sugar. Eat more veggies. Eat more protein. Lean protein.
Make more love.
fish.
I'll
Make
get-
more
I'll
love.
get
That's
right on
great
that.
for you. Actually, I think making love is something that's a good
it's
thing
good for
you.
you know what
Yeah.
it's good for? Mostly, your wife doesn't leave you.
I'm not gonna leave you.
So,
don't worry.
So bodies like me, which is SoFi's.
Ben, I don't,
SoFi's got to stop eating sugar.
no, I don't know.
Skinny on the outside, fat on the inside. Because listen, sugar still produces the same.
Yes.
I'm very skinny. I can eat whatever I want. But
We hate you.
But the fact
But he is gonna
that
be dead by 50.
sugar reacts the same way in my body as it does in somebody's
Exactly.
obese.
Have you been to?
Yes.
Have you gotten a physical or
Yeah,
done any?
I'm in tip-top shape.
You know what Ben should do?
He did his own physical.
He needs to do that machine that we do with our nutritionist Derek in Los Angeles. I
got
forget
you,
what the
baby.
machine is called. Right, lean body, a lean body machine. You get on it and you stand there for like 30 seconds. You hold on, and it measures each individual part of your body and how much fat is there, how much water, your weight, everything, and it really gives you an accurate picture of your body fat.
Some things are better off just not knowing.
But don't you want to stay healthy for your family?
Look.
Oh
Look.
boy, you can barely, you got your back, you have your knee.
If I'm not already dead by now with what I went through, I'm good.
Oh,
you
I
could
don't
say
know.
that, but
look,
why?
I was clinically dead 21 years ago of an overdose.
And that was 21 years
Right.
ago.
So
So
I'm
was
living
Nikki
on-
6, however many
I'm
years
living
ago.
on. Well, Nikki 6 is Walking Dead, but that's a whole nother. But no, I do take care of myself. I do like sugar. I do like Reese's Pieces. I will continue to eat Reese's Pieces, but I do.
And your coffee.
And once my back.
Coffee's not bad for you.
Hey,
Coffee
don't
is,
point at me, sister.
Well, with a lot of
Coffee-
sugar in it. It's bad.
Well, you can't have sugar in it, but they
Ben
say
actually
that
doesn't have much coffee. It's
I would-
really just a pound
I'd like
of sugar.
to say, first of all, let's get off Ben's eating habits. But I remember last week we were making fun of you because your nutritionist said that you guys should do this diet for 2 weeks.
it's not a diet, it's a cleanse.
Whatever.
I'm not trying
you
to
say
lose weight
potato.
on it,
Okay, you
though.
say
I'm not
potato.
trying
I
to
say
lose
potato.
weight.
Anyways, your nutritionist
I'm in
said
charge.
2 weeks, and you negotiated to a
Everybody
week.
No, I told him I was only going to do a week, and
But
he
now
said
it's
no
8
problem.
days. So
no,
you've
I
got.
chose to do that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm proud of you.
Oh, thanks.
I
Oh,
would-
thank you.
Jeez, you can't even take a compliment.
Well, we never know when you're throwing them our way. Here at the
It
Miggs
doesn't-
and
I'm
Swig
always
show, Swig
nervous.
isn't always so voluntary with being kind
Does
to
any-
us girls. But I would love to hear if anybody else out there. Diet cleanses, anything that's worked, that's not worked. The craziest thing that you've done to lose weight, did it work? How long did it last? 800-771-1025 right here at Miggs and Swig on the bone.
Lisa, what else you got over
Well, a lot of stuff has been talked about with Madonna right now
Lady
and her
Madonna.
son and the
there? Chip, is his name Chip?
Rocco.
No, his
no,
name
it's
is
Rocco.
Rocco. Well, she's got 2 sons. She's got David. She has Rocco. She's got David.
She's got a
and
couple black
Mercy,
ones, a
she
couple
has
white
adopted.
ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Todd,
she
does
has,
she have a
It's
Todd?
United Colors of Benetton over the Madonna house,
Yes. Oh my God.
along with the Jolie and Pitt house.
I had oh, there it is. So anyway, everybody's making a big deal. Madonna's 15-year-old son Rocco, with her ex-husband director Guy Ritchie, has refused from a judge's order to actually come back to New York City, where he lives with Madonna. I guess she's in this ongoing custody battle. But what people are not telling us is that apparently he has a girlfriend in London.
Oh.
And that's why he wants to stay there. It doesn't have anything to do with
He's 15.
his mom. He's 15. He's a teenager. He wants to stay with his girlfriend in London.
So back off of
So
him.
back off of him and let him have his girlfriend.
Yes.
I mean, he'll come back.
Plus,
Obviously,
it's London. I would want
It's
to stay there
London.
too.
I would too. Let's go find
I
him
wonder
and
if she
we'll
has
bring him
naked
back.
teeth.
We'll go hang out in London.
That, you
Anyway,
know, I didn't
so-
realize that because and the other thing is like everyone made such a big deal about it. Anyone who knows the news, but that's what kids do. They want to be with one parent or the other, and it's not a slight necessarily against one of the parents.
Nobody's saying that he doesn't want to be with his mom, who now is trying to say that she's not a bad mom because she's an entertainer, blah, blah, blah.
I'd like to get into this conversation. Maybe we could just roll it over into the next one, because I think that there's a responsibility of Guy
Ritchie
and Madonna to tell the kid to
he needs to go to
see his
school.
mom. Go see his mom.
Go see your mom. Doesn't mean you have to move there.
And that's the point. A lot of divorces, I think both Guy and Rocco are playing a part in it. I think Rocco's probably Guy's probably playing a bigger role in it at the end of the day.
I'm going to give her a call. I'm just going to give Madonna a call. We're going to settle this thing. If I need to get her on air, I will, but maybe we won't do that. You listen to Miggs and Swig Show. We got to go to commercial, and then we're going to be wrapping up the show in the next segment. Talk to you in a little bit.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Miggs and Swig Show. We're on 102.5 The Bone. We are wrapping up another wonderful show. Getting reamed by being long-winded, but hey, it's in my nature. I can't help it. I did not get a chance in my segment to talk about the football picks.
Or in the other 3 segments.
And for the past... ever since we've been on the show, we've been doing football picks, and all 5 of us have picked games during the week, and we have a winner.
Okay.
Last week, Dawn was 2-4, Lisa 0-4, JoJo was 2-4.
Oh, Snapdragon.
So our winner, Miggs and Swig, 2015, pick
$1,000 from Ben.
A rate of 16 wins, and out of the 24 games we picked, JoJo.
Oh, nice.
Now, JoJo.
$1,000.
I get $1,000 from Ben.
JoJo, you have to confirm the win. I have to ask you one question. You have to answer it right.
Are these
There
real?
are 4 teams playing this afternoon.
Oh, God.
Name one of them.
But you know what? That's what I was going to say.
Who?
Seattle.
All right. Good
Minnesota.
job. Good
Do they
job,
play
JoJo.
Minnesota?
Round of applause.
Who do they play?
Yes.
Minnesota.
In Minnesota? Or
Now, my picks.
Minnesota's going to win.
My betting picks for all
Sorry,
you who
John.
like extracurricular activities. This year, since we've been picking them, now I was dead last in the picks.
Worst. The
but
worst.
in the more important ones, 8-3-1.
All right,
which isn't bad. Unfortunately, I had 2 winners last night, but I'm going to give you one today. I don't like either one of the games, but I'm going to give you a teaser, and it's not JoJo. A teaser, if you bet, you know what a teaser is. Take a 6-point teaser with Green Bay and Seattle. We'll see how that plays.
Okay.
All
right.
That's exciting.
That is exciting.
All I do is make people money. I mean,
you just made me $1,000. I'm so
8-3-1 is pretty darn good.
Yeah. Oh, you're pretty darn good.
That's cute.
JoJo, you had, if anyone else...
Lisa looks stumped.
No, who does Green Bay play?
Green Bay plays
Redskins.
Washington.
Washington. Okay.
And they're 1-point dogs.
Okay.
I'm just trying to make sure. JJ, do you have anything? You've added nothing to the show today, but it seems like you're just hanging out. I just want to make sure.
She's enjoying our witty
Just
banter.
happy to be here.
All right. Well, this is going to be unfortunate news for you then. This is your last week. We're letting you go.
Oh, my God.
All right. Nice
We're
girl.
letting everybody go next week.
Next week, it's just Ben and I, right?
It's just going to be the Miggs and Swig show.
Oh, dang.
Oh, but you were just let go.
You better spice it up, JJ. Come sit over here.
Yes.
You're going to have Yay or next week.
And we couldn't be happier. I mean, just kidding. We were going to miss you terribly.
We're just as happy to be gone and in Los Angeles.
Will you listen to us? Will you listen to us?
Yeah.
At 7 a.m. on Sunday?
That's not true.
I'll be up.
I'll be up.
I'll be up.
I'd like to.
JoJo.
Yes.
Do you have some more juice? I feel like we shortchanged you a little bit
I love her words.
with juice.
No, I mean I have more of those words, but also if you haven't on Netflix watched Making a Murderer,
can't wait.
My band is
haven't watched it.
obsessed with that right now.
it's so insane, and so I can't believe I did not hear of Stephen Avery prior to this.
I heard it's better than The Jinx.
It was
That was
just
on
it's,
HBO
it's
about-
so enrapturing to know that this happens. That the political governmental
Okay, we
system
haven't seen it yet, so
can
Yeah, tell
really make or break.
Screw you.
Yeah. So anyway, Making a Murder on Netflix. That was
All right. So that's something we should be watching.
Yeah. Did you want more words? What do you have? Stuff? No.
No, I wanted. Well, before you sent me something that you wanted to talk about.
Oh, that was just music in 2016 albums to look forward to. No, I just wanted you to have it.
That was just for me.
Yeah, I just sent it to you.
A little something from you to me.
That's what, and I sent you a couple of guys that I listened to over the weekend that I thought you would appreciate their talent.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Can I tell you who I'm in love with right now?
Me?
You. No, Louis C.K. I've really just started listening to. I mean, watching. Did his stand up. When I'm on tour, I do things that I don't get to do at home.
Yeah.
And he said something that was really, really hit me right in the heart. So the band loves after a show, everyone wants to go out and do stuff, and I love to mingle with fans, and I stay to the very, very end. And I have a new line which is pretty funny actually. When people come near merch,
we'll be the judge of that.
You know, I do this.
We'll be the judge of
I'm
that.
standing there with the new EP. So there's an EP with 5 or 6 songs on it that you can buy just at shows or on Spotify.
Yeah.
And I'm holding it up and I'm like, $5 hugs with Michael, EP free. And I thought it was pretty funny, but he got a lot of hugs and sold CDs.
Oh, and hugs are good. Speaking of
Nobody liked that.
EPs,
Hugs,
don't you
not
have
drugs.
a song that you're going to play for us or no?
Am I playing a song?
I don't know. I thought there was a song or something that you were doing with a song. No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
Oh, don't encourage it.
No, I thought that there was something. Didn't you say you're going to play a song?
Okay, JoJo.
Mix?
Did
JoJo.
I don't know.
What
What
am
are
I
you
missing?
smoking, JoJo?
Oh man.
No,
Smoking
you
some
were
of that
talking, you were
wacky
talking
tobacco?
about tour and music.
Oh no,
and a
no,
song
no!
and
You
a
don't want to hear
something.
me play anything. But I got to tell you that I am enjoying the tour. I cannot stand being away from home. But
Isn't there a little piece of you?
Yes.
Just a little
Yes.
piece of you. I mean, let's be honest. Let's get honest.
Go on.
Let's get honest.
get it?
Let's be frank.
Do you stay in hotel rooms? Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't there a little piece of you when you slide the card into the hotel room and it goes click and you walk in? Isn't there a little piece of you that is relieved
That there's no one in the
that
room.
there's no one in the room?
It would be,
And-
except that I'm
It's not
rooming
alone.
with John, our guitar player.
Oh, so you're not bougie. You don't get your own room.
I
He
know.
does. He usually
So,
does.
no, the thing is, I don't. The tour. I want tours to be profitable,
Right.
and if you can make it, and
One
I know
less room, yeah.
one less room
Yeah.
is one less thing. It's the same with why I could tell you what I do love when we have a tour bus. This tour we're doing in a Sprinter, which has captain's chairs, which sort of sucks, but they're short runs, so we're not doing overnight driving. But I do love my bunk.
Bam. Oh, your bunk.
On a tour bus because I shut that window.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my screen and I'm in my own world. I have all my own stuff. Nobody can see me. I'm there, and that's the thing is that the band all gets to sort of they don't live the life that I live. When I get home, I slept for 2 hours. Not even
If
right.
that- no,
the kids woke up
5:45, Jasper was
and
up.
it's time to go do that.
Right.
And so there's never. Lisa and I talk about it all the time. The me time. I love being in the bathroom because,
Yeah.
and you know what?
Yeah.
And when you're
That's your
growing
only
up,
spot, yeah.
when you're growing up, and Louis C.K. talks about this, the going into the bathroom meant something way different.
Right.
You're going in there to,
Yeah.
to see what was up. And now,
Literally.
now for me, I
Literally.
just like to. Can I say POO?
Yes.
No.
You just spelled it.
POOR. Can I say that?
Okay. Quick thing: actions are bad. Just think. So don't do that, but you can say it.
If you're
That
just
makes
if you're
sense.
just listening to Miggs and Swig show here on 102.5 Bone, we are
we're getting
learning the
schooled.
rules of radio. And I'll be honest, when I travel for business, and I go into the hotel room and I hear that little beep that lets me into my hotel room, there is like a sense of, okay, I'm just gonna be able to lie in bed.
Can I give you some
and
crap?
watch a movie on demand?
Because what's
because
different?
you get up all the time at 5:45.
I'm not talking about getting up.
He has a bell. Ben has a bell.
Ben doesn't count in this
No,
conversation.
Ben has a bell. He has an amazing wife, and they have
And a wife /
two
servant.
kids. And Ben, I don't know if we've
He's
spoken
getting
about this
mad.
on
He's
this.
getting
No,
mad.
he's not at this. We've not spoken about this on here
What, my bell?
about your. my
I
bell.
think we
Okay,
did.
hold on.
once.
Ben, have you heard this? All right, listen. Ben has a bell.
And what does the bell do?
Well, first of all, he has a beautiful wife, smart, who does.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. I don't
Patient.
get this bell.
Okay, the
But go ahead.
bell is that when I used to wake up in the morning, I used to go, yoo-hoo! as loud as I can, and that would mean that I'm ready for my coffee.
Oh my god.
Okay,
He's
so,
ready to be
hold on.
punched in
I'm
the
ready
throat.
for my
I
coffee.
did not get the bell. Nadia bought me the bell,
Which
and
is
it's
even more
and
It's even
and
more
it
disturbing.
says on it coffee bell. So when I get up in the morning,
She is crazy.
like your
I ring,
Uncle Rich and
I
I would
ring the
actually,
bell.
I would actually like the yoo-hoo better than the bell. I think that's way funnier. Yeah.
One day you're gonna
Yeah.
hear the bells go, and then you're just gonna hear, and that's gonna be the knife going
I
through your
did,
chest.
I did not go out and buy the bell. It was not my purchase.
I know.
It was a
it's
Christmas
amazing.
gift for my wife. She likes making me coffee. I mean,
I
she
love
doesn't
it.
mind it.
I love that
No.
she.
So it's not like you better make my coffee, woman.
But she does a lot for you, though.
She does a lot
more
for
than
me.
a regular.
Hey,
I don't
there's
do
no question.
half of what
He's
she
not
does.
saying no though. Which
Listen,
is,
I am a
for
very
him,
skinny person, right? We've already
Yeah.
talked about that. If I didn't have Nadia, I might weigh 120 pounds.
Soaking
6'2".
wet.
6'2". She feeds me.
I wish I weighed 120
She
pounds.
feeds me. She takes care of me. She nurtures me. She mothered me. You know, and that's
He just said it right there.
But
no,
you know what?
there's-
But
that's
that's,
the
what your relationship, and that's what she likes to do.
And to be
She's
quite-
very maternal.
And that's why we work, because quite frankly, I know
Yes.
my shortcomings. I'm not allowed to admit it. I need that.
yeah.
And as long
Because-
as she doesn't care, I guess.
I'm very much the same way. I want to take care of somebody.
Well,
Ben,
there
that
you
will
go.
keep you married by you knowing what you're going. It's all about knowing exactly. Like
no
like,
surprises.
I do. I know exactly what Lisa does for me and doesn't. And it's funny because Lisa, she has no sympathy though. She's not as sympathetic like I go, my God, I've been throwing up all night. I'm just going, yeah, I got things going on. Are you done throwing up now? Because all right, because I
Right.
got to get off the
Like,
phone now.
I'm not that bad. I let her wear shoes in the kitchen. I mean, it's not that bad.
You know, I honestly feel like, and I do have sympathy for you a lot, but
But it's right next to syphilis
I
in the
honestly
dictionary.
feel like women do more of that kind of stuff.
It's
like
in their
It just
nature.
is in our nature, and no, I don't have a lot of sympathy. I mean, if you're sick, I'll take care of you,
Nah.
but I'm not gonna sit there and like bring you chicken soup every 10 minutes.
no, you
Wow.
No.
Or ask me
You
if
and I
I'm
would not
okay.
work.
Never.
I think
We
Never.
have been
And I
divorced
think
a long
JoJo
time
would
ago.
work.
the biggest difference is it being appreciated versus expected.
Right. Oh,
When
I-
you start expecting.
Oh, I expect she's going to do nothing for me.
No,
It's
no,
true.
but
then
you
you'll appreciate
appreciate
when she does.
He does.
No,
he
it's
really
true.
does.
That's a good point.
does.
And
I don't mind doing. I would give you the world, but the second that you start
too.
expecting it
Like
and
a
not
bell?
appreciating it,
Or going,
I
you.
give
I
you
want-
the
I want
world
the
and a
call.
bell.
Yoo-hoo.
But I don't
so
mind.
The thing about Nadia is, it's what I need. I mean, it's just because of my personality. Like, what was the definition? The person who leaves the couch, the clothes all over the
The
chair. I mean,
wardrobe.
that's me.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's just who I am. I'm not a put it in a hamper kind of girl. Now Nadia doesn't do it because it's expected. I would not leave her. I would not
I would
if
hope
she didn't
not.
do
You'd
it.
be,
But it's not
She
expected.
could probably kick your
She
butt.
does it because it's in her nature.
Right.
She's she is a caring.
But that's why there's
giving,
someone
loving
for
person.
everyone. And it's a
Yeah.
matter of it's finding that person and not deciding that that's the person.
Right.
Because we were speaking with someone actually today. I was speaking to my cousin and I was telling her, because she likes this guy, and I said, great. But I don't know if they don't seem to have any issues, but I'm always like, just don't make him the guy because you don't want to be alone. Make him the
Right.
guy because he's actually the guy.
Right.
Right. And so because whatever he's showing you now, you're only going to see worse. So if this is the best, and she likes him, so it works okay. But if this is the best, you have to go, not only do I like this, I could live with this for 50 years. Or why put yourself through the whole trouble of divorce and kids and splitting up the house and worry about, who gets the
Yeah.
the
Espresso
Beatles
machine,
album. It's
right.
just stupid. So
I agree.
JoJo, when you're on that Tinder, do you
When I'm on
do
that
they know
Tinder.
this about you, that when you're swiping left, that you are willing and able to be very, very, very accommodating?
No.
Without expectations.
I don't make that known right from the beginning.
Well, now we do.
Jojo,
I need
did
them
you
to put in a
try
little
the
effort.
new dating site? What Beats or
Oh,
what
yeah.
the
Bryce? Break the ice.
Break the ice? Did you try it?
No, because I haven't really put myself together to take a selfie this week.
So doesn't that, despite the, doesn't that go away from the point of it that you don't get yourself ready to take a selfie?
Well, I want the cover picture to be cute of me.
See, 30% rule. That's what I'm saying.
No, I mean it's
Oh my! Can we talk about 30% rule? Walker, our drummer.
Yeah, 30%.
I don't know. I guess there's not a chance that the girl he's dating is listening to our show, right?
Probably not.
Oh, geez.
Even if she is.
And I don't know.
Even
about
if she is, it's okay.
So let's say it's not Walker. Somebody was on. It
was me.
He was on Tinder, and he was just looking. I think honestly, he didn't do anything, but he's just looking. He said, "See, here's the problem with Tinder." He shows a girl, and you see her face, and she does the thing. Where the glamour shot, where everything, like everyone we know.
Oh, they're awful.
Okay, by the way, stop going to whatever the thing is to get rid of every line
Beautify
in
or
the picture.
whatever, yeah.
Just because everybody, when they
hate
see you for real,
those.
they know
Yeah.
what you look
Yeah.
like, and you're not that
Right.
person. So just at least be somewhat. We met a girl at a show the other night who was like, "Find me on Instagram. Oh yeah, I'm a singer. All this stuff." We looked at her and then looked at her on Instagram. On Instagram, she was
Smoking hot.
She was beautiful. In person, she was not even a 4.
And if you're new to the show here, the Miggs and Swig show here on 102.5 The Bone, we have the 30% rule, and that is that your profile picture on your socials or anything that you're going to give somebody over if you're dating is always going to be at least 30% of what you 30% better of what you actually look, because you're going to not put a terrible picture of you on your profile picture.
And here's the thing about all that. You get one chance at this life. You get one shot. Do the best you can with whatever you have. Go out, put yourself out there. What's important to you is find someone on your terms, not on their terms.
Right.
Figure out how you're actually ultimately going to be happy, because all of those things, and also again, all those people taking all these selfies of themselves where they only show you part of their body and they don't look like that. You're setting yourself up for disappointment.
Right.
Then you're going to hate the guy when you're like, he was a jerk. He didn't care about me. Well, no, you sent him a picture where you looked like a different person.
Especially women, I think that's really important to tell them, because I feel like they do that more to try and appeal.
Oh yeah, men,
to a
don't,
guy.
men don't care.
They-
Their pictures are terrible.
That's why I never even to this day wear a lot of makeup, because I don't want people looking at me and thinking that I look a different way than I really do.
There are 400 million people or so in the United States. There's somebody for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, and
Except maybe
Or a couple
JoJo,
people
because
for
she's
everything.
not putting herself
No,
out
there's
there because she
JoJo-
doesn't want to do the selfie.
Listen, we've told JoJo her prince is out there.
All right, ladies
We're
and
gonna find
gentlemen,
her prince.
we love being on this show with you. Miggs and Swig show. We'll be back next week from 10 to 12. And you be good to yourself and to each other. And thanks for listening to the Miggs and Swig show.